Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, today we will discuss magnetic force. Magnetic force can be defined as the force of attraction or repulsion between the poles of the magnet. Like here in this figure you can see that this is one magnet and this is another magnet. Magnetic force will be exist between these two poles of the magnet. This force between the four poles of the magnet is called magnetic force. Now, if both similar poles, north and north poles, are facing each other, then the force will be repulsive. If here it is south pole and it is north pole, now you can see that here opposite poles are facing each other, so these two magnets will be attracted by each other, or the force will be attractive force. The same thing is written here. The force will be attractive between different poles and repulsive between same poles. Now we will move forward to the magnetic field. Magnetic field can be defined as the space or region around a magnet in which another magnet experiences a force of attraction or repulsion is called magnetic field. Let us consider this is one magnet, and here from a small distance another magnet is placed. So when we bring this magnet near to this magnet, before touching to this magnet, this magnet will experience a force of attraction or repulsion, but without contact with the right magnet. So here in this space or this region around the magnet, where the test magnet or the second magnet experience force of attraction or force of repulsion, this space is called magnetic field. Now the magnetic field will be strongest at the poles of the magnet, means at this south pole or at this north pole, or at this north pole or at this south pole. The magnetic field will be the strongest, and it will become weaker as we move away from the magnet. Here a magnetic field is strongest at the poles of the magnet and weaker as move far from the poles. Now we will discuss the magnetic field lines. Actually, magnetic field lines are invisible lines. They are imaginary lines. They cannot be seen with the eyes. But these lines, to represent the direction of magnetic field, these magnetic field lines were considered. So the magnetic field lines can be defined as magnetic field lines are invisible lines which shows the direction of magnetic field, means they are invisible or imaginary lines which shows the direction of magnetic field. And one thing more, that magnetic field always originates or always starts from the north pole or nth pole and ends at the south or s pole, means magnetic field lines originates from the north pole and terminates or ends at south pole. This thing is written here. The magnetic field lines starts from the n pole and ends at s pole. And another thing which magnetic field lines shows, that is the strength of the magnetic field lines. The strength of the magnetic field lines, magnetic field can be observed using or with the help of magnetic field lines. Like you can see here, these two magnetic field lines are closer to each other. So here the magnetic field lines will be stronger, while like here you can see in this figure, these two lines are far away from each other, or they are far from each other. So as compared to this point, here at this point the magnetic field line will be weaker or smaller. So magnetic field lines can also shows the strength of the magnetic field. Where the lines are closer to each other, then the magnetic field will be stronger. Talking about this point. While the lines are separated from each other, then the magnetic field will be weak. So this was the today's lecture. If you have any question, you can ask. Till next class, have a good time and take care of your health.